The life and sad ending of Stephanie Mills. Stephanie Mills was born Stephanie Dorthea Mills on March 22, 1957, in Brooklyn, New York, United States of America. Mills has been married 3 times, to be counted as Jeffrey Daniel, Dino Merminger, and Michael Sedaris. Mills has 1 son, Farid Mills, born with Down syndrome. Mills has a short relationship with singer Michael Jackson. Stephanie Mills first came famous as the little girl with the big voice, as the star of the Broadway play The Wiz, an adaptation of L. Frank Baum's classic book The Wizard of Oz. Mills honed her rich vocals singing gospel music at Brooklyn's Cornerstone Baptist Church as a small child. At age 9, she began appearing in the Broadway play Maggie Flynn. She was presented with first prize after winning the Amateur Hour Talent Contest 6 weeks straight in New York's famed Apollo Theater when she was 9. This success led to her being chosen as the opening act for the Isley Brothers, eventually becoming good friends with the lead singer, Ronald Isley. Many years later, Isley would manage the later marry singer-songwriter, Angela Winbush, who co-wrote one of her number 1 R&B hits. Mills' debut album, Movin' in the Right Direction, was recorded for ABC Records in 1974. A year later, she won the role of Dorothy in The Wiz. Her rendition of the beautiful ballad Home was a showstopper, mesmerizing audiences nightly for a number of years. The original cast recording of The Wiz was produced by Jerry Wexler and issued by Atlantic Records in the spring of 1975. Curious when The Wiz was made into a full-length feature film by Motown Records' film division and Universal Pictures, Diana Ross played the role of Dorothy instead of Mills. The film ended up being a major flop. Singer Jermaine Jackson referred to Mills to Motown head Berry Gordy, who signed her to the label. Her Motown debut was For the First Time, written and produced by Burt Bacharach and Held David, issued in October of 1976. For the First Time is a sweet affair with Mills convincingly covering Baccarat David standards, most of which were originally recorded by Dionne Warwick. In 1978, she signed to 20th Century Records and was teamed up with the hit production duo of James Motown, later Ledge of Motown, who had a gold single with Juicy Fruit and Reggie Lucas. Her first LP for the label, What You Gonna Do With My Lovin', went gold, going number 12 R&B and number 22 Pop Billboard's chart of the summer of 1979, and spawned the singles What You Gonna Do With My Lovin' and You Can't Get Over. Her next LP, Sweet Sensation, yielded Sweet Sensation, Never Knew Lovin' Like This Before, and the radio-aired LP track Try My Love. Around this time, she briefly married full Soul Train dancer Jeffrey Daniels of the group Shalamar. Next came the LP titled Stephanie in spring of 1981, which was a huge hit, peaking at number 3 in R&B and number 30 for pop. The album included notable songs such as Two Hearts, a mid-tempo duet with Teddy Pendergrass, Night Games, and the radio-aired LP cut Don't Stop Doin' What You Gotta Do. In 1981, Mills switched to Neil Bogart's Casablanca Records. Her LPs for the label included Tantalizingly Hot, Merciless, I've Got the Cure. During 1983, she had her own NBC TV daytime talk show and reprised her role in the Broadway revival of The Wiz. She also signed with MCA Records, where she released her Stephanie Mills album. The first single from the Stephanie Mills album was Stand Back in late 1985, which also included the passionate ballad, I Have Learned to Respect the Power of Love. I Have Learned to Respect the Power of Love was initially written by Renee Moore and Angela Winbush, best known as the hit singing duo Renee and Angela, as a gospel song and originally recorded by Alton McLean and Destiny on their self-titled 1978 Polydor LP. The original version is available on Polygram's Power of Love Best of Soul Essentials Ballads. Because of its massive radio play as an album track, Mills's version of I Have Learned to Respect the Power of Love, produced by Philly soul keyboardist Ron Kersey, was reissued as an A-side, holding the number one R&B spot for 2 weeks in spring of 1986. Its follow-up, Rising Desire, reached number 11 R&B in the summer of 86 as well. Her next LP's title cut was Clay Murray and Glory Jones' Pam Sommer song, If I Were You Woman, originally a 1971 number 1 R&B, number 9 pop smash for Gladys Knight and the Pips. Philly-based producer Nick Martinelli gave Mills her second number 1 R&B hit with I Feel Good All Over, written by husband and wife singing duo Gabriel Hardman and Annette Hardman. The song held number 1 R&B spot for 3 weeks in the spring of 1987. Originally submitted to Mills's fellow MCA labelmate Patti LaBelle by the Hardmans, the track was included on Mills's LP If I Were Your Woman and issued in June of 1987, which peaked at number 30 in pop in the summer of 1987. Paul Lawrence and Timmy Allen produced and co-wrote the chugging A Rush on Me, giving the singer her third number 1 R&B hit in the fall of 1987. The single made it to number 85 pop and was followed by Secret Lady, which landed at number 7 in R&B in late 1987. Following these hits, Mills contacted Ronald Isley about working with singer-songwriter-producer Angela Weinbush, who'd had hits as half of Renee and Angela and was forging a hit-filled career as a recording artist and producer for the group Body, among others. The collaboration between Mills and Weinbush resulted in another number 1 R&B single, Something in the Way You Make Me Feel, in the summer of '89. Having starred for 5 years in the smash Broadway show The Wiz and recording the song Home for the Play's 1975 original cast soundtrack album, she wanted to record a song again as a posthumous tribute to the play's producer, Ken Harper, and the song's composer, Charlie Smalls. On her new version of Home, Take 6 sung in the background vocals. The song went to number 1 on R&B in the late 1989 and was followed by Comfort of a Man and Real Love. The Home LP ended up peaking at number 5 R&B, number 82 pop in the summer of 1989. She then recorded a charting single with J.T. Taylor titled Heart to Heart in late 1991. Her final MCA album, Something Real, included the hit All Day, All Night, as well as Never Do Wrong. Following this album, she recorded a gospel album, Personal Inspirations, for Interscope Records in the late 90s. Recorded several tracks at Philadelphia International Records with Buddy Sigler, among others. Yes, years have passed for the talented Stephanie Mills. No matter how sad, she still bravely moves forward. Everyone in life has shed tears. She can only hide her weak heart when telling her sad story. Every time she mentioned Farad Mills, Stephanie Mills could not hold back tears. Through this story, I sincerely want to remind you that life is impermanent. Please know how to appreciate what we have, because we don't know what tomorrow is. Find meaning for ourselves. In this way, your life is not only about you, but it also opens up light to other people in special, difficult situations. Wishing you all good health and happiness. Goodbye. See you again.